Alright guys, I'm Rabia.
And I'm Matt.
And this is Sounds Like on Andertons TV. So something that we did at the end of last year that you all seemed to really enjoy was...
Sounds Like Ultimate Rig. So we picked our ultimate rig of kind of piecing together a lot of the bits of stuff we've liked over the course of doing Sounds Like.
Yes.
And however, that was, I think, more focused around, I mean, we had a classic vibe, we had a Fender amp, it was more focused on those like classic rock bluesy tones.
Yeah.
So we thought we'd do Ultimate Rig number 2.
Yeah, like hard rock and metal.
Yeah, so this would cover the kind of heavier end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
So, that's it, really.
Well, let's go and see what we find in Anderton's Music Store, Guildford.
Right, so here we are in Anderton's guitar department. Ready to roll. Right, this is Gibson's. Now, we've used loads of Gibson's, it sounds like. Do we want to use a Gibson for the ultimate rockin'?
I'm going to say no.
Rock and metal? No.
I mean, you could, but I think we go something a little bit more modern.
More modern? More modern than Gibson?
I'm thinking like...
Let's go.
Schecter, ESP. We haven't used many Schecter or ESP, but Ibanez we've used a lot of.
We've used a lot of Epiphone.
Ibanez is around
We're going
here.
to walk past it.
It's worth saying that this is a £1,500 budget as well.
It is. So this is without busting the bank. We need to make some sweet, sweet hard rock tones.
I mean, this is $4.99. Seymour Duncan loaded, Floyd loaded, M400 by LTD. It's a great guitar, even though the colour looks slightly fecal.
This is a Jackson Michelin Saw for 651.
That's actually really good.
Lovely guitar.
I think that that's a really good option. I think, let's have a look what we got. Okay, so we got a 5-way and a coil split. I think that's a really good shout.
It's nice,
It's going to sound...
It's going to sound pretty good.
Yeah, that would be quite a versatile sounding guitar.
651, it's about the budget.
Okay. This is a Schecter. Hum, sing, sing, coil split, 5-way. This looks a quilt top veneer.
What is it?
$4.99.
$4.99. I reckon we go double hums.
Double hums, right?
Only because we used single chords last time.
Okay. For me personally, it's a slightly higher end of the budget, but I really do quite like this one. It's $6.99. 3-way, single volume. It's gonna be balls to the wall.
How much is it? $6.99.
Yeah, it's an option.
Not a bad shout.
Okay, this is $4.69. That's a really nice looking guitar.
That's very similar to the one we used in the most versatile.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same guitar, just a different finish.
Right,
so we know that's pretty good. Okay. Is this what we're doing? Are we going between the two?
We literally having a comparison.
This has got a nice 3-piece neck.
Same tuners.
I'm going to say that this one's a lot more extravagant looking, therefore I vote this one.
Yeah? I mean, this is more up my street.
Unless you want to go H string for $4.49. Look how slack that string is. Wow. We could go Chapman. We never used the Chapman. So I guess by saying we're going round all the different
Okay, so the only reason I say not to use this one is because it's only a 3-way. It might be nicer if it has a
This is a 3-way and a coil split, but we haven't used Chapman ever.
So we haven't used Chapman ever.
And the point of this video is to use only what we've used throughout the years of doing it, because we never used Chapman. Even though it's a good shout, because it's 400 quid, I say we probably don't use it.
Okay, but we should another time.
I think going forward for this year, we are going to use Chapman and Sound Like if it works.
Yeah, probably in just about every video, but nothing more than that.
This is $6.19. Okay, here you go. We just found this. This is $6.19.
Right.
And this is the Ibanez RGW521ZC-NTF.
Awesome.
And it looks pretty nice. It's like a walnut top. It looks like it's got mahogany back, a baked maple neck.
Binding.
Looks like a maple binding and a kind of looks like ebony fretboard, 5-way.
5-way.
Hardtail, nice cream top pickups.
I like it.
Action's a touch high, so I might lower that when we get to the video room, but
It's a nice looking guitar.
I'd say that's pretty good.
Alright, let's do it. We were thinking about all the amps we've used in our time doing Sound Like, and there was one that stood out by a country mile, and that is this. the Ignator Tweaker 40.
Yeah, it's a really, really cool amp because there's loads of cool switching you can do, you know, like British, American, right, like deep switches, all sorts of stuff.
Or not.
Yeah.
Loads of switching.
Hard rock and modern tones, I reckon.
We can get a lot out of it. So I reckon we'll pick that, this, and get a couple of pedals and we should be done. So let's go pedals.
So in the world of pedals, we've used so many. I mean, we've lost count.
A lot. And also, just to point out, there are lots and lots here. And it's like a growing collection.
This isn't even half of them. There are so many.
So it's a bit of a tough call.
But if we're doing hard rock / metal or modern tones, and we're using a high gain amp, tube screamer. It has to be a tube screamer.
I think you might be right.
Of any type, you know, whether it's TS808, whether it's a Max on OD8 or OD9, or whatever.
TS9. But the kind of, you know, no gain using it to push the amp has been like in loads of bits. So
yeah, so we might get a Ibanez TS9.
Okay.
Because we've got an Ibanez guitar. I think an Ibanez TS9 tube screamer would also do the job. It's only it's pretty much identical to a OD808, just there's a little more low mid punch to it.
Okay, cool. Well, we're going to try and find one of them in the back. But also something, given that the amp has a lot in terms of the main tones, maybe something to kind of spice it up a little bit, like a delay reverb or something.
The Earthquaker Devices Dispatch Master.
That is a great shout, great pedal.
Yeah.
And we've used that a bunch because it's delay and reverb in one, right?
Yes, it is.
So, and that should kind of cover our budget.
Super awesome mega.
Super mega awesome times.
So I reckon if we get all that gear, we'll boss over to the video room and see if we can get some hard rock metal tones for days.
Okay.
And we are back in the video room.
We're back in the video room.
Yes,
in
we are.
This, what is it?
It's a whimsical adventure into the depths of tone.
It's a whimsical tonal adventure into the depths of modern high gain. Well, not necessarily high gain, but more modern tones.
Yes.
So, which bits of gear do we think are the best for 1,500 quid budget to form a rig which is great for hard rock and metal?
And we're going to start with this particular answer with the guitar.
Yes. What guitar have we got here?
It's the Ibanez RGEW 521ZC. And okay, so this is 619.
619, yeah, which is a bargain.
And we got like a walnut top, mahogany body, roasted maple neck, wooden binding on the neck. It looks like it's ebony fretboard. Humbuckers, hardtail, 5-way, volume and tone.
And this nice binding around the edge of the body as well, which I rather like.
Gonna give you well, for a start, I think it looks stunning. It plays pretty good, sounds good. My only complaint with this guitar is that the frets are pretty not finished. If you listen, I mean, that sound is the fretwork sort of being not sort of finished. It's really scratchy. I mean, personally, I think that's one of the easier jobs when building a guitar, maybe, is polishing the frets. But, you know, anyway.
Maybe a bit of a buff down, that'll be good.
Yeah, it would be smoother. But that's the only thing. Other than that, I think, you know, for the money, it's a stunning guitar, plays and looks great.
I always like their neck joint as well in the back. It's really, really tidy.
These are Damasio humbuckers, just to say. Damasio humbuckers. And I'll put a annotation to say exactly what model they are. But yeah, so that's the guitar. What's the amp?
Cool. The amp is the Ignator Tweak 40, which is the 40-watt all-valve combo beast that you know so well from videos we've done before. We've used it loads and loads of times, and well, as you said in store, one of the main reasons is that it handles pedals really well, but also it has an amazing amount of switching on the top, which you can choose between British, you know, USA, AC. Voicings. Yeah, there's the kind of clean, hot, mid cuts, loads and loads of options for tones.
We used it for, what do we use it for? We used it for System of a Down, we used it for Muse, we've used it for
a ton.
Quite a lot of stuff,
there's been a ton. And I think like the mainstays definitely have been the Blackstar HD20 and 40, or the Studio 20.
The DSL, of
DSL
course.
Obviously.
And as of late, the Boss Katana.
Yeah, and some Fender amps as well. Yeah. So there's a few which we always come back to, but this is really, really, really good for more the modern tones, which is what we're trying to achieve here. And given all the tonal options, that is kind of a really crucial part of what we do here in Sound Like, is we're trying to find very specific tones with kind of generic pieces of gear to a budget.
What have we got up front, Matthew?
So up front is the Ibanez TS9. That's right into the front of the amp to give it a push. And then also here is the Dispatch Master by Earthquaker Devices. That is in the loop.
So it's worth saying that the Ibanez TS9 is almost, in terms of tone, identical to the OD8, well, Ibanez TS808. However, it has a more pronounced low mid, which is good for modern rock and metal because that's where the grunt is, it's where the punch is.
Right.
So it's quite popular. We've currently got it set quite extreme at the moment.
It's all level, no gain, tone in the middle.
Yeah, and you can kind of mess around with that because I like to have the level. I have a Maxon OD8 and I usually put the level just over 12 o'clock and the gain off and the tone just over 12. But it depends on the amp. So with this, we're actually running quite a bit of gain on the amp and pushing the front end quite a bit to really tighten it up and fatten it up as well, saturation wise.
Well, should we just see what the amp sounds like on its own?
Yes.
Should we go clean first?
Yeah, let's go clean.
Beautiful.
That's a lovely clean channel.
It is, and there's many variations on that you can achieve with this amp.
Funnily enough, we've never actually spent a lot of time on the clean channel with this amp because we normally get it for higher gain
Yeah,
artists.
exactly, yeah.
But that's classy. I like
Cool.
it.
Well, now we've got that out of the way, let's
Let's make it heavy.
yeah, let's go. This is the gain 2 channel. We'll try it without the Ibanez for now.
Okay.
And see what it sounds like.
So it's a hard rock tone, is that?
Yeah, totally. And I guess like some of the heavier stuff we've done, like the Slipknots and the Mastodons, I guess somewhere trying to find sounds in that ballpark is kind of the idea.
It's definitely good for your fat riff rock tone.
Totally.
I think we use this on Blackstone Cherry as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
But if you want to go heavier...
Let's kick this in. Trying to play like that Mastodon riff.
Yes.
Just because it sounds great.
Fat.
That sounds huge. So yeah, the amp is about 650 quid, guitar about 620, which is about 1270. These TS9s are about 100 quid. So that's 1370 and about 200 for the Dispatch Master, which is still a great deal given that it's delay and reverb in one. So on about,
I really think that's a great sounding pedal, to be honest.
Yeah, totally. It's about 1570 for this rig, all in. So a little bit over budget, but I don't think any element of it lets it down whatsoever.
Well, no, because if you've got the foot switch for the tweaker as well, and this is all you're running on the board, you've got something to, you know, when you don't use the Ibanez, you've got something for fat rhythms and cleans and crunches, which can do all the kind of push cleany stuff that I personally love to do, especially getting ambient using the Dispatch Master. And as soon as you want to go heavy, you just stomp the Ibanez on.
That in,
and then if you want to go lead on it, just dial a bit more gain in and you're good to go.
Perfect. Everything you could ever wish for.
Yeah. So I think it's fair to say that it's pretty damn good for the money for modern hard rock and high gain.
And this is one of those rigs where it was super easy to put together.
Yeah, it was actually.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, oh, that works, that works, that works, that works. But it's all stuff which I think we've like tried and tested through all this series, you know.
And so on that note, it's worth saying that this is probably the end of the video where we say to you, that's the rig, that's what it is, and we hope you enjoyed it.
Yes, I would definitely recommend coming into Andertons, plugging all this in and having a go for yourself. It is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the gear is in the description box below.
It is, and if you've got anything else you'd like us to try and do, whether it be an artist on Sound Like or another type of rig, like a blues rig or, I don't know, funk rig or something like that, then please let us know in the comment section.
Yes, we'll do our best to get to all of them. That leaves us with only one thing left to say.
That is, I've been Rabir.
And I've been Matt.
And this has been Sound Like on Andertons TV.
Yes, it has.
Peace.
Ciao.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching the Andertons Guitar YouTube channel. If you're a drummer or a keyboard player or interested in music technology, you might find one of our other channels interesting, and I'll put details of those in the description below. If you want to find out more about the products we've just featured, please click here. If you'd like to buy a t-shirt like this, please click here. If you want to watch another video on our guitar channel, click down here. And to subscribe to our guitar channel, click here. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.